Hey, what's going on, y'all? So far, I've been going pretty good with everything. I just finished my Lance Journey song, and I finished what I messed up on. I don't know if you heard the song, how I was too close to a microphone or something, I don't know. But I messed up on it. So I fixed that, and I'm very happy with how official it is and how it sounds more crisp. And so, the pressure on, the pressure's on, yeah, I can feel the heat. It's about how I'm not gonna hurt anyone, any of my followers, or any family, or anyone else at work or anything that's watching this, but certain people have been very nervous for me with this journey, and I'm not gonna mention anyone because there's no way I wanna hurt anyone, not even my enemies. And certain people haven't been a certain way with me. Best way I can put it. So I feel like the pressure's been on me, and I can feel the heat. I feel like I've been going 100 miles per hour, even if I'm working my job 9 to 5 or making music. I feel like I'm constantly always going. By the way, don't forget to get the merch. And what I was getting at is, I just feel like I'm constantly going all the time, where I just feel like I never stopped going. But that's not a bad thing either, because everything going on with that is I'm trying to make everything exceptional as possible, where I'm making sure that everything sounds good before it sounds like trash. Like before it started the song and I published it, I noticed I had an error that I didn't realize how busy I've been. Want every action to be pure and sweet. Basically, I was just mentioning and how I want to keep on making sure it's the most pure as possible. But I remind myself with every rising sun. I don't blame anybody else that tries to get up early in the morning. If you're a morning person or if you're a night person, either or, I don't care what time I get up, especially that I usually get up in the mornings for work. I always try to remind myself with every rising sun that I try to always be the first one up, always try to make sure I get everything done. Even if I go to bed at 10 o'clock and if I give it 2:30 or 3 o'clock for work, I don't care how much sleep I get, I can always get sleep in the future by the next day. And my next day off, I can sleep a little bit more. If I don't want to, I can get certain things done that I need to make things work. These ending, these endless moments have just begun, because I feel like even though I'm just starting music, every side hustle that I try to get going so far and has failed, I don't even see it as failure. I see it as me trying to get everything going to a certain extent by me trying to make certain things work. I try almost every side hustle out there, it didn't work for me. But I never gave up with anything I've been trying to do with anything lately. I've been always trying either way to be the best I can be either way. I try to push myself, get going every possible way where all I can do is not give up. And I tried, I don't want to say I tried giving up. I had some hard times like everyone else, so I had a moment where I tried different things. Beginning this year, I tried doing web design, and I realized that I was getting no results, even if I only did it for about 3 to 6 months. Yeah, I was just starting to get takeoff, but I was getting nowhere. And I felt like everything I was seeing on AI and how AI is how sophisticated AI was, and how that has been, I felt like I was wasting my time. Because if you can pay a certain AI website to make it in less than a minute, a professional website, then why should I spend wasting my years, 5 years of my life, learning it, progressing into it, learning everything, if it's just gonna go away? But with music, yeah, it's gonna change too, but at least I can get in there while I feel like I still can. Because I don't care how strong AI gets, it can't take over your own sound and your own music. You're your own human being in your own voice. If that makes any sense. One step at a time. The that's the rhythm I hold. It's all about the rhythm, the melody of your voice, the pan, the beat that you find with your music, and how you make certain things work either way. All I know is you don't give up. Yeah, you don't give up on anything that you're trying to do either way. That you just never want to give up on anything you're trying to do. No need to rush. Just find the right place. I'm at that point. I don't care if it's work. I want to try my hardest, but I don't like to rush. I don't feel like rushing, and just to find the right place. I don't feel the point of, even though you're rushing at work and you're rushing to help out with your family members and just rushing with certain stuff. I am so sick and tired of rushing. With everything going on, I'll do my job and I'll do it at a certain pace, but give me time. I don't know what it's called specifically, but it's you find your rhythm either way depending on how you see it. Everyone's different depending on how they see themselves. It's kind of like a crystal ball. How I move my hands. I feel like I'm moving a crystal ball depending on how you don't need to rush to get to the right place. Because either or, rushing or not, even maybe fast, going in a car or a truck, going down, going as fast as you can. Either way, you're gonna get faster either every single time. But what's the difference? Of course, it's fun every once in a while. But what's that one chance you get caught unless you know exactly what you're doing, knowing, for example, going fast, where the cops are at, and everything like that, depending on what area you're going is. And what I mean by that too is because by rushing, yeah, you may not want to see certain family, you may want to do certain things because of stuff in the past, or you may not want to do certain things depending on what is going on. I don't care how crappy families are because everyone has their moments. I don't care how certain people are. I just don't care anymore. I don't hold grudges because of that. What I'm trying to get is life is too short for any more bullshit. That's what I'm trying to get at. And each little victory, a reason to believe. Every single time I'm getting more subscribers, every 100, even on TikTok, every 100. I try to go 1,000 for TikTok, but for YouTube, it's every 100. I appreciate my journey. I appreciate my journey every single time I get a little bit further. With finding the right... a reason to believe was basically a reason to believe that I have a chance at next level, because you're breaking through that roof every single time. It's depending on how you think about it every single way. It's just how you want to think about it and believe you're ready for that next level. Either way, just by how certain things you know you can do it, you just gotta believe in yourself. That bit by bit, my heart will achieve. What I mean by that is, like I was just mentioning, every bit by bit, depending on what you wanted to do, go back and forth. By bit, I know ever since I was younger, I knew it was meant for more. But I love my family to death. But in the past, I could never get stuff done. Since I moved out a couple years ago, I find it ridiculous how much time I have, and now I can get certain things done. And certain things happen since then that it's complicated. Here we go. One step at a time, the world unfolds wide. Ever since I started YouTube, how my world been unfolding wide, how the whole world can see what I'm working on. I'm shocked, even though, yeah, I pay a little money for YouTube for promoting and whatnot. I am shocked how far I am. I know I can reason for more. And I know is where I'm at right now with YouTube is with the subscribers. I know once I learn the potential, I learn certain things, I learn how to make it work with getting things going. I know a time will come, but I keep on going. But I will not give up. How everything has shown in the progress. My first video I promoted, I got over 795 views, I think it was. I was flabbergasted. Last night, I was praying last night, and I didn't think I'd get past 100. I saw 700, past 700. I'm like, holy mackerel, 700? I was flabbergasted when I saw that this morning, because I was thinking about canceling the promotion. But when I saw I was past 700, I was thinking about canceling at 100. Can you imagine me canceling it last night at 100, and it's almost 800? That blew my flipping mind. That blew my mind by saying I cannot delete this, I cannot do certain things. Because ChatGPT was debating about me tapping out or not. And I'm glad I trusted my gut and my heart by saying that you just don't give up on everything you've been wanting to do. Where am I at? Oh. With lessons learned and nowhere left to hide, I am so sick and tired of hiding and being a little curled up little bear, or being curled up. I'm so sick and tired of what lessons learned. Yeah, every day you learn new things. But hiding, I'm so sick and tired of hiding. Is no big deal with the government following us these days. I don't care what I post as long as I harm. Excuse me. As long as I harm anything or anyone in my surroundings and it keeps me going, there's no reason to stop going. As long as I don't harm anyone in your surroundings by watching your conscience, there's no reason why to anymore. Because either way, the government's in this society, or whatever you want to call it, the economy is always watching. What's the point in hiding? And depending on editing my videos too, for some things, I don't even see a reason for that anymore. Once I get to a certain point, I will. But again, I only see a point. Gonna soak it in. Sorry, I figured I was at. Gonna soak it in. The bitter and the bliss. With everything going on, everyone's gonna be better in life. You're always gonna have a hater. And me having a hater already with how my songs are messing up, I appreciate it. I'm so surprised with how certain things have been. I've been really surprised with how certain things have been going. With having people saying, get a 9 to 5 hit, that tells me that people, or whatever, I'll fix that later. People are more jealous in certain things that I find hilarious. People jealous of me being a nobody at 1,000 subscribers, and people already hating on me, and only getting started. I find that so incredible. It's not even funny. I find that hilarious. And then try to walk the line and keep my spirit bright. All you can do is walk in a straight line. There's a saying that the windshield is bigger than your rearview mirror. And go out looking back. There's no sense of going back since you were born. Like the windshield expression I just said. There's no sense of giving up when you're just begun. Would you really want to live in a really crappy place your entire rest of your life, or keep going? What's the sense of being down and not knowing what you're doing and going on from there? What's the sense in that? Just giving up? Why? What's the sense of giving up and crying about it if you keep on going? No one's gonna come back for you. Not even your parents at a certain point, because depending on how anyone is in life. Yeah, certain people may have your back, but for how much longer? And it's not that what I just said is not that's going on in my life right now for a certain extent, but depends on how you want to think about it. Where am I at? Yeah. It's all my choices feel just right. Every choice is yours. Every option is yours. Even for work, if you don't like it, you tell them and they'll make it work and how to make it better. Every choice and every step and everything you think to do is yours. You think you're going to be a crappy person, then of course you're going to be negative all the time. You think you're brighter, somehow your days will get better. Think about it. How could you get better from being a better person instead of being lazy? What's the whole point of it? Like, seriously. And then The path isn't always clear. There's fog along the way. Just like how Mother Nature. The path you go to is always clear, but there's fog along the way. When do you ever, if you're in Michigan like I am, or anywhere else I'm betting, where sometimes depending on how the weather is, you never know where you're going sometimes because there's foggy depending on the weather. And it's foggy, but you gotta trust yourself and just go slow. That's every day in life how you gotta make it work and just go for it, just see what hits. But trust in my compass. But trust in my compass will guide me through the grave. You gotta trust your gut. If anyone even asks me, I myself, I have been fasting most of my morning. Then if I feel really hungry or like 9, 10, 11 o'clock, I'll start eating around that time depending on how I feel. Because if you feel ahead, then I need to eat something. But with everything is, you gotta trust your gut with everything that you do. If you don't trust your gut, then what do you have? Anything? I don't think so. Yeah, 1 foot in the front, that's a steady pace. All you do every single day, can't make it any simpler than that, is 1 foot in the front, just go every single day. No room for regrets, no need to look behind. Why hold regrets anymore? Why look behind? I had talked to a certain person from high school. I don't even told him this before in a while. I used to have a high school buddy that was pissed off at him. I was like, one more year, I'll regret. Then come to find out he had a heart disease, and his name was Trent. And I found out it was just a couple years at the high school. He passed away. He always wanted to talk to me. Then he passed away. Me holding that regret, I'll never know how to even talk. I'll never know how the conversation went because I was holding regrets years after years. If you hold your regrets in your life and you hold back, I don't care if it's family having issues, I don't care what in the hell is going on in your life. Make it work. Why hold back? Why hold back grudges? Everything you're trying to do. What's the sense in holding back grudges? Why even hold that energy if it ain't gonna work? Like seriously, everything going on. Why even hold that energy by making it work? Just think about it. What can you do better depending on what you want to do? Just open my eyes and peace of mind you'll find. Every single morning, open with a positive attitude like I was saying. Why not have a peace of mind every single day? Anywhere you go, people are grumpy as hell. Or you can just be happy back and hopefully it hits back. I find it hilarious people are negative. I don't care how crappy the economy is. I went to Meijer yesterday. I was shocked. Excuse me. That Meijer's was $8 for creamer. It blew my mind. I watched it on social media, trusting it. You know how social media is trying it. I think I bought about 4 creamers, actually like the big ones, for like $4 or $5. I'm like, I think it's a little bit ridiculous, but I'll buy it this one time. Worst case, I waste the money because we're wasting to get that money back. The creamer I bought now is $8, so I wasted $20 by getting the big creamer, and now it's $8. So now with tax, it'll be $25. About double the price, almost triple, depending on how you think about it, depending on what creamer you want to get and everything. Because some are $8.50 whatever now. That's ridiculous. You gotta watch in comparison with certain things with your budget and with everything in life, depending on how you think about it. One step at a time. That's the rhythm I hold. Basically, what I was saying, one step at a time. Make sure you hold what you have accountable for yourself. If you mess up and you know you did, say sorry. I don't know about anybody else, but if you hear me well enough, I won't say sorry unless I have to, or it's a close family member, and I don't care anymore. I'll say sorry to let go. Because life is too short to hold stuff out, like I was saying. It is way too short for all this stuff. Think about it. No need to rush. Just find the right place. You know what I'm saying? Just Keep on going every single day and see what sticks. Each little victory, a reason to believe. Everything going with that. You gotta appreciate everything in life. It was just a little bit. Like I found out once, hopefully eventually I get monetized someday and I figure some other stuff out. I already know exactly what I want to get. Cause think about this. Have you ever written down 300 things in your life that you want? I bet you can't even think of that much because I only thought of like 80 things that I wanted. Can you think of 300 things that you want in your lifetime? Let's say you lived at 80, because that's what most people live to these days. Like Hulk Hogan died at 71. R.I.P. his soul. With everything going on. With everything going on with that, even with Ozzy, how everything going on with his life. Think about it. I bet you do the same exact thing if that's similar. Could you imagine writing 300 things down and seeing what you want, everything? I don't care if it's a Hellcat. I don't care if you want to live in the city, get a nice mansion, or if you want to live in a cabin, you want to live in the woods. Write 300 things that you want. I bet you can't even get past 100. See what you want in life and keep on going and see what hits. Because I bet you can't even get that far. If you do 300, you get a reason to believe. You'll believe and see what you want someday and what you're targeting. Because you don't even see what you're targeting, then why the hell are you even trying? You gotta know what you're trying so you feel like you're accomplishing something. That bit by bit my heart will achieve. If you're going bit by bit my heart will achieve. If you ever watched my other content before, I thought I was doing horrible. I thought I was doing really horrible. Then I'm seeing certain people from my past, seeing how they're doing, seeing how certain things are. They're not even as far as I am. I was shocked by seeing we're about the same set of mind. And I was pretty shocked by that. I'm nothing bad against them or nothing if they ever watch this video. But seeing where they're at and everything that they're doing, they probably didn't agree with things that I told them, and they probably didn't agree with certain things. But anyways, I'm not worried about it because again, people are always different and have their own opinion. The only thing you can do is, what I'm trying to get at is, I thought that I was really behind in life, and now I'm seeing myself in a better structure where I'm not that worried about it because I know I'm heading in the right position. I know where I want to go, everything one step at a time. And I'm shocked at the difference. One step at a time. I think I already explained. One step at a time, the world unfolds. Why I already explained that one. Basically, how the world is. With lessons learned and nowhere left to hide. Basically, I was explaining before. Be yourself and stop hiding in a damn bubble. Post. If you want to try and make money, post on YouTube. Yeah, it's hard. It'll be hard getting there, but don't give up. Gotta soak it in the bitter and the bliss. What is so hard with working hard, soaking all the energy, and then writing in a journal and letting it all go? Every day, you learn in your brain, then you let it go and write in a journal. What is so hard with doing that or soaking information and learning? Why are people so damn lazy and they don't want to do anything to be better for themselves? I don't care who the hell it is. Why is working so hard these days? Like on my end, to be honest with you, I have an eye condition. I have keratoconus. I have an eye condition that I have hard contacts. That's a whole complicated story for another time. But what I'm trying to get at is that I can't do certain work for more money like I wanted to in the past because my eyes were always a major setback. So I always try other things. Other things I can do because of that. I try heating and cooling. I try side hustles. I try other jobs. There's so many things I've done in the past that I tried. I never gave up with everything. I never did I never did certain things I haven't regretted yet because I know I've tried. I'm in my I'm in my mid 20s right now, and I have everything I tried I would regret it. So why not try everything? I don't care about anyone's opinion anymore. If it's for work, if I care or not, I'll do it, depending on what I have to do to survive, depending on what it is. Because mostly life's too simple for arguing depending on what it is, depending on how specificated certain things are. Just think about it. And last but not least, and so each memory with a gentle kiss. With everything going on, life is too short for not sealing each memory with a gentle kiss. Yes, seal each memory and enjoy everything like to the fullest. There's certain things you're gonna regret if you don't get each memory and do certain things to be afraid of certain things. Like for example, Hulk Hogan. I'll always regret this ever since then. Ever since that one day, Hulk Hogan. He was in my area. He was trying to sell his beer, whatever it was, and I could have saw him that day and waited in a miles with the line. But instead, I just had to go to work. I never would have thought that he would die when he did, and I never would have met him again. That's one of my regrets I gotta live with. It's not it is what it is kind of a thing, but ever since that day when he died, and certain other things that happened in my life this year, I'm tired of holding back certain things. If I call off work, depending on what happens, screw it. Figure out what it is and move on. With everything else going on, all you can do is figure certain things out and go on from there. Any other questions or anything? Comment below. I hope this helps. I hope anything in this video helps you to realize you have a journey. Any more question or anything besides that soulvibemerch.com. I hope you'll help get some merch. Help a brother out. Besides that, peace out.